Hey ants, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing a second review of the day. This is going to be a quick one, and I'm also going to have to tone my voice down because the other guy in this Airbnb is awake. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Park Jiha album, The Gleam. So Park Jiha is a Korean musical artist, and this is her latest album, The Gleam. And Park Jiha is a post-minimalist artist who mainly uses instruments like the Korean traditional reed, the pidi, as well as the Korean hammer dulcimer, the yanggum. And this is her newest album. She has been putting music out for a little while already. Back when in 2018 she released Communion, where she heavily mixed post-minimalism and Korean traditional music with jazz, which resulted in some really interesting sounds, but it never went anywhere all that impressive. But anyways, she's released a new album and I gotta talk about it. Also, albums like this, where not a lot happens, I usually like to put them in my mini albums review videos, but this is an East Asian album and East Asian music, and I sort of have to give it an exception because from now on I'd like to put more of an emphasis on East Asian music because I want more East Asian music, especially Hong Kong music, to just go out in the world. So I'm doing my best here. But anyways, The Gleam. I think instrumentally it is very interesting. The blend of PD and yanggum and even saxophones at times is beautiful and gorgeous and atmospheric, but a lot of the times it doesn't build anywhere. So we have the album opener At Dawn, which is basically the reeds and nothing else, just pure silence. And it's just for 5 minutes, it's just the PD just wailing and screaming. And I don't think it's the PD because PD is just one long like Korean oboe. I think this is like something more complex, but I don't know the name. Like the album cover suggests, but it sounds kind of scary. It sounds kind of scary, and I thought as a track, as an album opener, it doesn't work really well. But as a film score, maybe it works really well. So I'd be really interested if Park Jiha would go on to make a film score or something. That would be really cool. Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans, is a 7 minute long slow burn of reeds, and it just kind of meanders around without reaching much of a conclusion, in my opinion. And it's just 7 minutes long for no reason whatsoever. However, the rest of the album is pretty solid. We have Light Way, which reminds me a lot of Godspeed You Black Emperor's Dead Flag Blues because of how atmospheric and sorrowful and melancholic it sounds. The creaking sounds in the back is dirty and kind of weird and twangy. And we have this very moody and slow yanggum sort of building up slowly and slowly. A Day In is a more straightforward piece of yanggum and saxophone track. It's watery, it's clear, it's gorgeous, and I really like it. The Way of Spiritual Breath is kind of like Light Way, but more scattered and atmospheric. And at the end, it just speeds up to a very passionate conclusion, which is just freaking beautiful. And then we have Restlessly Towards, where we have these yanggum basically rhythmically going on and on and on and on, and it kind of lives up to its title, honestly. And yeah, I guess it's not that great of a track, but it does sound really beautiful. And then we have Nightfall Dancer, where once again we have nothing but silence and reeds. And this time we have more of an emphasis on Korean traditional music. That being said though, the track is kind of one note, literally nothing but one note of reed at a time, which is a little drab. Finally, we have Temporary Inertia, which is 9 minutes long, and it's basically some very faint and singular yanggum playing in the back with very occasional faint strikes. And overall, it's just okay. I wish it's a little shorter, and I wish instrumentally it's a little denser. But overall, this album has some really beautiful instrumentation, but it still hasn't reached its full potential, in my opinion. I think the instrumentals are gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but In order to really stand out even more, I wish she could experiment a little more, give a little more, bring a little bit more versatility to the track list, and I'm looking forward to whatever she puts out next. But so far, I think this album is just okay. Kind of feeling a 6 out of 10 for the album. Strong, strong, strong 6. And my favorite track here is The Way of Spiritual Breathing, and my least favorite is Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans. So, have you listened to the latest Jiha album from 1 to 10? How much did you rate it? Like it, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching. I will be reviewing Tom MacDonald, Macro Blank, and Yayo, Little Supa's Yayo. Maybe maybe I'll review it. I don't know. Jocho, and yeah.